All right, so this is the second part of section 6.5, and here we're going to expand a little more complicated logarithms. Okay, now some of you are looking at this thinking, well, that's a natural log. Okay, well, remember, natural log of x is the same thing as log base e of x. Okay, so yes, we can treat natural logs the same way as we did up here when we had logs with a different base. Okay, this is just with a log base e. Okay, so first thing we do is by using the quotient power, okay, we can break this into natural log of 5x to the 7th minus natural log of y. Okay, that's what we did before. Okay, the difference here is we have multiple steps because here we have a product. Okay, so to use the product property, we can break this into natural log of 5 plus natural log of x to the 7th minus natural log of y. Okay, now we're still not done because now we can use the power product or the power property, which would help us break this up. So natural log of 5 plus 7 times natural log of x minus natural log of y. And that right there is our final answer. Okay, we've expanded it as far as we can go. You're done when you can't expand it any further. All right, let's look at B. Okay, so using the quotient property, okay, we can take this and I can write this as natural log of 3x to the 5th minus natural log of 5y. Okay, now I'm going to put this in parentheses and you'll see why here in a minute. Okay, we'll notice here we can use the product property a couple times. Okay, because we can break this up. Natural log of 3 plus natural log of x to the 5th minus, and this can become natural log of 5 plus natural log of y. Okay, so yes, most of you have probably seen why I put that in parentheses. Okay, here we can use the power product, or the power property to write natural log of 3 plus, here's my power here, and I can put that as a coefficient, so 5 natural log of 5. Okay, now I want to clean this up all the way, so I'm going to distribute this negative through, so it'll be minus natural log of 5 minus natural log of y. And this is your final answer. All right, so let's look at C now. Okay, the first thing I could do is use the product property, okay, and break this 4x to the 9th up. So log 5 of 4 plus log 5 of x to the 9th. Okay, now this has an exponent, so I can use the power property. That would give me log 5 of 4 plus the power property allows us to put this as a coefficient, so 9 times log 5 of x. Okay, and this would be our final answer here. Okay, D is a little more complicated. Not too bad, but it is a little more complicated. Okay, so I can think of this as log 6, and I'm just going to take baby steps. Not all of you have to show all these steps, times the square root of xy. Okay, so using the product rule, I can first break this into log base 6 of 5 plus log base 6 of square root of xy. Okay, now I need to really work on this square root of xy. Okay, so I can just rewrite this using exponents. So log base 6 of log 6 of, this is the same thing as xy to the 1/2 power. Okay, which is the same thing as using exponent rules. log 6 of x to the 1/2 y to the 1/2. Okay, now I can use the product rule again. Okay, I can break this right side up. So log base 6 of 5 plus log 6 of x to the 1/2 plus log 6 of y to the 1/2. Okay, now most of you see it. You see exponents, so you know we could use the power property, which would be log 6 of 5 plus 1/2 log 6 of x plus another 1/2 log 6 of y. So this here would be your final answer, okay? I have to do this step by step by step, okay? Some of you can do all this in one, and that's fine. But just remember, on tests and quizzes, I'm giving you a point for every step you get correctly. So if you just go for it all at once, there's not a lot of partial credit I can give you. So I would try to get used to doing it step by step. Okay, so now that we've gotten good at expanding, we're going to put our brain in reverse and try to condense them. So we're going to take all these and try to put them in as one log, okay? So once again, I'm going to go step by step. Okay, the first thing I notice is this 3 here. Okay, well that can you, by using the product property, I can or not product property, the power property. I can rewrite that as an exponent. So I can write it, once again, step by step. Log of 9 plus log of 2 to the 3rd minus log 3. Okay, now these two are added, so if we're going in reverse, I can put these together using the product property. So this would be log 9 times 2 to the 3rd okay, and using the quotient property, if it's minus log of 3, I know I can put this together as log of 9 times 2 to the 3rd over 3. Okay, now I can simplify this. 9 times 2 to the 3rd is 9 times 8, which is 72, which then reduces to log of 24. Okay, so I would encourage you, put this into your calculator, see what you get. Put this into your calculator, see what you get. I guarantee you get the same answer, which is exactly what we want. All right, let's do one more together, and then you can try one on your own. Okay, so using the power property, okay, I can see this middle term right here. I can write this as a power because it's a coefficient. So I can rewrite this as log base, or log of 6 plus log of 3 to the 4th minus log of 3. Okay, now using the power property, because these are being added, I can go ahead and multiply them. So this would be log 6 times 3 to the 4th minus log 3. Okay, now using the quotient property, because I'm subtracting this log of 3, I can rewrite this as log 6 times 3 to the 4th over 3. And 6 times 3 to the 4th is a big number. I got 486, hopefully that's right, over 3. And 486 over 3 reduces to log of 162. Okay, so once again, I would encourage you to put log of 162 in your calculator, and then put log 6 plus 4 log 3 minus log 3. You should get the same answers there. All right, I would highly encourage you to pause this, okay, do these 4 monitoring progress, and then go over them. All right, so here's what you should have gotten. Make sure you look it over. You may have gone in a different order from me, which is perfectly fine, but you should have gotten the same answers. All right, so let's look now at the change of base formula. Okay, now this allows you to, if you have a base here, this allows you just to put it into, I guess, a non-scientific calculator that doesn't allow bases to put in it. It's a different way to write it. Okay, and notice if you have a base here, you can simply write it as any log over a over the base. Okay, so this over this. Now, I used to forget which goes which, so the way I remember it now is the C is kind of lower than the A, so the C would go on bottom. Okay, you can do this for any log, so we could change this to log base 87 if we wanted of 8, or we can change it to just a log base 10, which we write as a log, or a natural log, which is log base E, and these two you can typically find on standard calculators. Okay, so using this here, I can rewrite this, and we're doing it using common logs, which is just a log of x, right? And remember, this is the same thing as log base 10. So this here, according to the change of base formula, is the same thing as log of 8 over log of 3. Okay, and we can put that into our calculator pretty easily and get 1.89 roughly. Okay, same thing down here. We can write this as log of 11 over log of 7, put that to our calculator, we get 1.23. Okay, now, once again, we do not want to forget what we're doing here. Okay, what does this 1.89 means? This means that 3 to the 1.89 power, okay, and remember these are rounded, is about 8. And this here means 7 to the 1.23 power. Once again, it's rounded, so it's going to be about 11. Okay, and this is the same exact thing, but here, Big Ideas wants us to know we can use natural logarithms. And remember, natural logarithms is when we use the ln, which is the same thing as log base e of x. Okay, it's just kind of a shorter version to do it. Okay, so if we take log 6 of 24, this is the same thing as natural log of 24 over natural log of 6. Okay, this is not equal to, guys, and don't write this down, natural log of 4. Okay, well, you can't take 24 divided by 6. That's not how this works. Okay, so we just put natural log of 24 over natural log of 6 into our calculator, and when you do, you should get roughly 1.77. Okay, and the same concept down here. Natural log of 19 over natural log of 2, which is not the natural log of 9.5. You put that into your calculator, that's roughly 4.25. Okay, and once again, recognize what these two show you. Okay, this tells you that 6 to the power of 1.77, the 1.77 is rounded, so this will be very close to 24. And this says 2 to the power of 4.25 is very close to 19. If you want more practice, go ahead and do these 3 on your own real quick, and then I'll do them and you can go over your answers. All right, so this is what you should have gotten.